Ohai. Busan, the city in the Republic of Korea, is the city mother country. Till 1995, the city of direct submission. The second largest city of the country after Seoul. The largest port of the country, known as Sea Capital of the Republic of Korea. The official name of the city mother country of Busan. Busan Kunjeoksi. Busan is located on the southeast extremity of the Korean peninsula on the bank of the Korea Strait. The most densely built-up areas are located in several narrow valleys between the Naktoing rivers and Swangdong. Mountains serve as natural borders of some urban areas. In 2002 in Busan, Asian Games and the FIFA World Cup were held, and in 2005 the city became the capital of the APEC Forum. Busan, one of the most modern cities of Asia. The city is known for the numerous skyscrapers and other architectural sites. There is the biggest department store in the world. Since its Centum City, in the city other mega constructions, a skyscraper, Centum Leaders Mark, and the highest office in the country, Busan International Financial Center, are also built. Busan is in a zone of a humid subtropical climate. See account on classification of climates of Kyopan. Very high and very low temperature are registered seldom. From May to July, late spring and in the early summer, because of effect of the ocean in the city, is usually colder than in internal areas of the peninsula. At the end of summer and in early autumn, from August to September, there is hot, stuffy weather. At this time typhoons can fall upon the city. On September 15, 1959, the super typhoon Sarah passed across the coast of the city and caused catastrophic damage. On September 12, 2003, extraordinary strong typhoon Memi also caused significant damage to the ships and buildings. 48 people died. October and November, the most comfortable time in Busan with the clear sky and pleasant temperature. Winter cold and rather dry with strong winds, but much softer than in other parts of Korea, except for Jeju and several islands of the southern coast. Busan and adjacent territories has the smallest quantity of snow in comparison with other regions of Korea because of the location. Snow drops out on average only about 6 days in a year. Even small savings of snow can strongly do much harm to this city because of the hilly terrain and absence at local motorists of skills of driving on snow. Administrative borders of Busan include 15 municipal districts, consisting of 209 quarters and 1 county. Ron. On Samguk of the saga, the city arose at the beginning of our era under the name Kakalsangak. Tanagak, Chinsangak or Nisang, and in 757 Konkalsangangan received the new name Tan. The name Busan is for the first time mentioned in the geographical description, Sinsin Yaj two sons in Anakopa Chosun. On Sinsin Yaj to Asinam, the word Busan is the name of port and fishing village in the south of the city district Tan, and there was it from a Slovasoketanai, pot mountain, in a form of the mountain which is a village. The port in this village was called Pusamko. In the territory of modern Busan also other settlements were located. Burial of the 5th-6th centuries also here is located. Since the beginning of the 15th century until 1592, Pusamko in Tan was the main trade port of the country. First of all, fruit business was done Japan. Intense war began. The Japanese troops with occupation of the city in 1592 under Toyotomi Hideyoshi's command. From 1598 to 1876 Busan was closed for foreign trade, then became the first city of Korea which opened her, however till 1883 traded only with Japan. After opening of port, Japanese built the street, and then in the quarter in Busan. Since 1910 I passed under protectorate of Japan, and the territory of the Japanese quarter separated from Tun, having become independent the city under the name Busan, and Tun received the lower status, the county. Busan turned into the large shopping and industrial center. He was connected by the railway ferry with the Japanese city of Shimonoseki. Since 1925 Busan, the administrative center of the province of Gyeongsang-namdo. During the Korean War of 1950-53 I was the temporary capital of the Republic of Korea, as was the point most remote from border of the DDR, and also the main military base of the USA and their allies in the territory of Korea. From August 4 to September 18, 1950 the Busan perimeter remained the last line of defense of South Korea. After war till 1963 I remained the center of the province, then I became the city of direct submission, having attached the majority of the territory Tun to myself, and since January 1995 the city mother country. Economy. In the county of Kidsan there is a NPP of measles, largest in East Asia. In the west of Busan there is a plant of the Renault Samsung Motors Company. Finance. In Busan there are the Korean Exchange and the Busan International Financial Center. Transport. The Busan port, the largest in the Republic of Korea, is available to vessels with the displacement up to 50,000 tons, up to 330 meters long and draft up to 12.5 meters. There are also passenger water tram, the railway junction, the developed system of bus transport and taxi. In Busan the longest used Noikore Bridge, Kwonan, is located. Ponyano, the first city highway in the city and the country, passes from the north on the south. In the west of the city there is an international airport, Kimki. Busan is connected by through air traffic with the Russian city of Vladivostok. In Busan the subway works. Culture. List of theaters of Busan. Busan Cultural Center. Busan National Center of Akugik. Hall of Citizens of Busan. Timhan Cultural Center. Busan Opera Theater. Philharmonic Hall. Busan Municipal Philharmonic Hall. Busan Municipal Traditional Philharmonic Hall. Busan Orchestra of Kaijim. Festivals. In Busan annually there takes place a large number of festivals. Some of them. Busan International Film Festival. Busan International Film Festival of Fireworks. Busan Biennial. Festival of the Port of Busan. Chigalchi Festival. Museums. Busan Museum. National Maritime Museum, the largest maritime museum in Korea. The third largest museum in the country. Busan National Museum of Science. Museum Potkan. Museum of Modern History of Busan. Busan Art Museum. Maritime Museum of Natural History of Busan. Surume Heepsing Kantonsamdan. The Memorial Museum of the temporary capital, the residence of the President of the Republic of Korea during the Korean War. Busan Museum of the Fishing Village. Museum Chongvan. Museum of the Busan National University. 31 libraries work in the city, from them are allocated. Municipal Library Chunin of the city mother country of Busan. Municipal Library Simin of the city mother country of Busan. Swan Library of the city mother country of Busan. Buddhist temples. Pamosa. Hadanyeonggunsa. Onyeonsanban. Sambonsa. Kinyansa. Tedzonsa. Mikasa. And Susa. Nevanzonsa. Churches. St. George's the Victorious Temple. In the city there is developed tourist infrastructure. Beaches of Busan attract foreign and Korean tourists. Parks and squares. Yeondasan Park. The Chunin Park, the central park of the city. The Busan City Park, the large park in the central part of the city. The natural park in the south of the region of Yeondogu. There the observatory, marina for cruise liners, amusement park are placed. Sunsankyeona Square, the central square of Busan, the biggest area in Korea. Yeondasan, the park in the center of Busan and the oldest park of the city, known also as the eternal friend of citizens of Busan. The Busan Tower, the first tourist tower in the country, the highest beacon in the world, one of city symbols. Costs in the Yeondasan Park. Beaches and resorts. Busan is called the Seoul and specified 2699 days the summer capital of Korea. 6 of his well-known beaches attract tourists from the whole country. The Hyun Beach is known for hotels and a board flooring along the coast. Kwonan Bridge is among sites of Kavanali Embankment. And Chonsan, the natural resort with numerous baths, hotels, restaurants, clubs and trade quarters. In the north, near the Busan National University, there are students' theaters, cafe, bars and restaurants, and also the open areas on which evenings on days off hold concerts and other cultural events. Near the National University Pujin and the Kyeonsan University the cafe is also a lot of bars and restaurants. In the port area known as streets of shops for foreigners. It is very often called by Texas Street. There are many enterprises focused on service of crews of foreign vessels and the local Russian-speaking population. Initially the area was the place of compact accommodation of Chinese, there and now are Chinese schools. Exactly thanks to the Chinese diaspora the area in 1940-50 became the shopping and entertainment center focused, first of all, on the American soldiers. Today in Texas there is more and more small business of natives of the former USSR. Little shops, cafe, exchange offices. Gradually he gains reputation of the Russian-speaking area. Site of Busan is the region of Kamkan known for the multicolored lodges. The mountain Kimahonsan in the north, the popular place among local fans of outdoor activities. On this mountain there is Kimashonsan, the biggest fortress on the Korean Polustarav, and Pamosa, the biggest Buddhist monastery of the city and one of the oldest Buddhist temples in the country. Historical places. Tonipsan, the fortress of times of a dynasty Chosun near Tungu. Kimashonsan, the biggest fortress in Korea. It is located on the Mount Kimahonsan. Pofunyeolsa, a sanctuary where funeral plates in honor of the fallen Korean patriots are stored during the Japanese invasions to Korea. External fortress in Busan, the fortress which was constructed in 1593 by the Japanese General Moriterumoto during the Japanese invasions to Korea. Vesan and Chuksani, Kid's Hand, the fortress which was constructed in 1593 by the Japanese General Kuroda Nagamasoi during the Japanese invasions to Korea. Formosa, one of the most ancient and big temples in the country. Beyond the bridge, the first and only movable bridge in the country and one of city symbols. The presidential residence of the temporary capital, the residence of the President of the Republic of Korea during the Korean War. Rakovani Heap in Tansamdan, the archaeological site representing a garbage heap on the west bank of the region of Yeondogu. Busan, known as City of Bridges. Koga Bridge. Ilukto Bridge. Namkan Bridge. Beyond the bridge, the first and only movable bridge in the country and one of city symbols. Bridge Busan. Fuzanghang Bridge. Literally, the bridge of the port of Busan. The automobile bridge through Busan port. Phonam Bridge, the second longest bridge in the country and one of symbols of the city and the region of Swan. Kodak Bridge. Anthem. Since June 15, 1984, the official municipal anthem of the city of direct submission Busan, the author of words, Junki Onvan of music, Lee Bonki. Junsign is for the first time executed and written down by the singer. Since September 25 actively I extended the municipal government on various carriers, I moved ahead broadcasting media, it was lost on sporting events, etc. Universities. Busan University. Busan University of Foreign Languages. Pudgeon University. See Korea University. Busan Pedagogical University. University of Tone. Tony University. Hyunsun University. University Silla. Tanso University. Tanian University. Kansan University. Busan Catholic University. Yonsei University. Sport. In 2002 Busan became the capital of the 14 Summer Asian Games and one of venues of the FIFA World Cup. The main stadium of the Asian Games constructed for Summer Asian Games of 2002 and the FIFA World Cup. Medical institutions of Busan. Peck Hospital at the Incheon University in Hyundai. Human Clinic. Smat Clinic. Busan in Art. 2009 The South Korean fighter of the director and the screenwriter Park Kaivona Busan was released. 2009 The South Korean movie Accident by the director and screenwriter Jun Ji-gyuna was released 2012. A tsunami. About the tsunami which fell upon Hyundai-gyu, the district of the city mother country of Busan. 2016 The South Korean fantastic horror film by the director, screenwriter and animator Young San-hyo, The Train to Busan, was released. Fuzanging. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.